gonna take all this paint, which is all these pieces, and the canvas, which is the landscape, and our paintbrush, which are these, and we're gonna make some real magic happen back here. Let's get this going. Man, that was a lot of cutting right there. The fire pit is pretty much 99% done. We're short like 2 caps over here. We'll get those in place and get that finished. The insert is in. The caps need to be glued down once we get those 2 pieces in. This patio area has been fixed to meet the top of the wall. We got to add a few wall lights underneath here, which are going to shine down on the face of the wall. It's going to give it a nice soft look over here on the other side of the fire pit. This space is pretty much done with all the big work. Now it's day 4. We're on to this lower section here with the sunken patio area. I've got a bunch of big boulders, which I'm going to show you in a second. We're going to use those to set a nice foundation in here, leaving some gaps in between for us to tie in some wall work with the techo block. It'll just help tie in the rest of the yard. So you've had the wall stone up there, the fire pit, and you've got little accents of it. I think that'll be pretty cool. And then we can finally start on the water feature over there. Today I'd like to get the reservoir in for the water feature so that we can build off of that, setting our frame rocks and getting it ready, because we're waiting on some really cool pieces to come here that nobody else has. We are like 5 days into this backyard build, and I've been doing some thinking, and we're showing you a lot of hardscape stuff. This is not a hardscape channel. You guys probably don't want to see that. You're here for water features, and that's what we're going to concentrate on for the rest of this vlog. We've got all our pieces that we're going to be building this Fountainscape with. Let me show you the array of stuff we have going in here. Now, I brought more than I'm probably going to use, but we are just off the cuff with this one. Like, we're just going to make things up, fit things, see how stuff looks. If we want to cut another bowl in, we're going to do that. We're going to have some fun back here. So let's go check out what we got, and then we'll get started. This has been one huge unboxing. I gotta show you this stuff. We've got some stuff here that we're gonna world premiere. You've never seen it before. We are the first ones to have it. I am so excited about this. Greg Whitstock, the pond guy from Aquascape, sent me probably about 6 pieces that we're gonna use in this Fountainscape that nobody else in the world has. These are actually prototypes. They're not even manufactured yet. They don't come out till next year. We're gonna have them in my backyard. So excited about this. Oh yeah, while I'm at it, April Frost is here. Hey. April's here helping me. I got my friend BJ coming. You're going to meet him shortly. Unbelievable the help that I get from my friends. I could not do half of the stuff we do without people like her. So here we go. Check these out. Stacked slate spheres. Guys, these things, I've been waiting for something like this to come out. It's going to be so awesome. I don't know what the heck we're going to do with these things yet. We got a small one and a medium one, and we're going to do something really cool. What's really neat is these accept the fire pots in the top like the urns do. Of course, we're going to do our own plumbing thing, a light in the top of this thing. That's going to be amazing. What I'm really excited about is these walls. You've seen us do stacked slate walls before, like this video here, Killer Fountainscape. These are new and improved for 2019. They're not even out yet. I love the changes they've made on these walls. They're going to be fantastic. Look how these fit together. The old walls had a ridge that came out, and it was a kind of an awkward fit because it was recessed on the wall section. These are just flat, smooth. They changed the trays so that not only can we have an inside curve like we did on the other ones, we can have an outside curve, and they actually have a straight section too. So we're going to do some really amazing stuff with these walls. We're going to hack them up, cut them up, put things in them, make them crazy, but I don't even know what, look at all the stuff stuff we got here. We got bowls, we got walls, we got Death Star, we got all kinds of stuff here. Urn sections, I got stacked slate urns, I got driftwood, I got a square bowl. I don't know what I'm doing with that thing. We'll see what happens. But we're gonna take it and we're gonna put it here, right in this space. You're about to see how artists work. We're gonna take all this paint, which is all these pieces, and the canvas, which is the landscape, and our paintbrush, which are these, and we're gonna make some real magic happen back here. Let's get this going. All right, now I'm gonna let you meet some of my friends, like this guy. He came out of retirement. That's BJ Linger, world-renowned water feature artist, stackstone extraordinaire of the world. BJ, thanks for coming. He always comes to bail me out when I'm doing personal projects. He loves coming to stay with me and build things for like 14 hours a day, right, Beach? So I've got a cool project for BJ to work on. Let's go see what he's gonna do with these lower urn sections. Here's the deal. We've got the bottom sections of a large, medium, and small stacked slate urn. BJ, this fella, is gonna actually cut these into each other so it looks like one molded piece. There's gonna be water spilling out of this one into here, into there, down here, over here. There's gonna be waterfalls everywhere. And we're gonna have some boulder work behind it, feeding the top of this large urn, which then subsequently goes down along the water course. BJ, what do you think about this awesome project?
It's awesome if somebody else was doing it.
What's your plan? How are you gonna do this?
One cut at a time.
You know, I got some good friends, but they're really terrible on camera. Oh, April just disappeared on me. So I'm gonna leave BJ here in his misery of cutting, and I'm taking April over there. We're gonna get started with putting the bowls together, setting our stacked slate walls, and you can hear the guys in the background. They're doing some paperwork. I told you we're not talking about that anymore. We're only dealing with water features now. BJ, do your thing, baby.
Yeah, come have fun. We'll have fun. We'll work together. Okay, you work over there by yourself. And we're gonna go over here and have fun.
Let's do it. Okay, so 14 hours later, BJ finally has the urn sections ready. Actually, it took you like, what, 2 hours?
Yeah.
About 2 hours. Explain what you did over here.
I Frenched them together. Basically just cut and micro cut and cut and cut and cut and cut to get them. It doesn't have to be perfect because we're gonna put foam in there. And then once it gets a little bit of algae built up onto it, you'll never even know that they're not meant to go like that.
So this really looks amazing. What's gonna happen is we're gonna have a waterfall feeding this top section of urn, and it's gonna be spilling from there into this one, and there'll be multiple waterfalls coming out of here and here. And BJ's got another little surprise for us, how this is gonna be totally finished off. So we'll see what that looks like as it goes together. Now that we've got that underway, we can really concentrate on getting our patio bowl in, and then we've got a wall section that April and I cut to get in place to fit up against that boulder there. So it's all gonna kind of mold together. And then from there, we could start putting our next bowl in, set some rocks, and really just build from the left over to the right and get this thing underway. Let's have April explain what exactly she is doing.
We're building a stacked slate wall in here. We're gonna take the edge of this bowl and we're gonna run it right back around to this rock up to about here, and then we're gonna fill in this little gap here. So when we're all done, this is gonna look like it was maybe one of the stacked slate walls.
The reason April is laying on the ground is not because she's lazy. She is actually injured. Her leg is pretty messed up. She's got some knee problems. She can't kneel, but she's out here helping me, laying on the ground in the dirt, doing stacked slate. I don't know how you get better friends than that. It's day, whatever, day 7?
Day wet.
Day 7? I don't know. You lose track when you're working at your own house. But as you can see, it is raining today. But the Fountainscape is really coming along nicely. BJ was out here till like, what, 12 o'clock last night? 1 o'clock in the morning with the lights on, doing some slate work, which looks fantastic. April did a nice section next to the bowl, which I'm going to show you. That only took, what, 10 hours, April, to do that?
This looks nicer than mine.
We're working in all these Fountainscape pieces in between the boulders. So you can see the walls are gonna be tucked in behind there. The bowls are starting to get mocked up now, and you can see there's still quite a bit of work to do there. Over in here, check this out. BJ started doing some cool slate work in here, up in the crevice of this slate wall on the rock. There's gonna be I love slate work. I love the fact that I'll be able to look out here every day and see all these very cool touches. Look at what April did in the corner here. Look at all that detail work.
Oh, look at that. That's nice and shiny.
And you can see we've got a wall section tucked in back here, cut into the bowl, and we hacked it up to fit against the rock too. We've done a lot of fabricating here, which is basically what this whole water feature is going to be. It's completely custom. We're cutting things, fabricating to fit in places that we want them to fit, and then we're going to be maneuvering big boulders around here to kind of tuck them in so that it looks like this is just one massive, amazing water feature. And I can't wait till this is done, because you're going to be down in the sunken patio area with the sound of this, and then you'll be walking up a couple stairs to into a landing, and we're gonna have those really cool spheres over here as you enter that gazebo. So sitting up there, you're gonna get a great view of the yard, sitting at the bar, sitting at the fire pit, at the upper patio, and in my kitchen, you're gonna see everything focused on this awesome water feature. We are really kicking butt here. This patio done. Did some landscaping, got some nice bushes surrounding this stuff. Those are excess stuff that are getting planted by the water feature. The pondless over here has been cleaned up and new lights put in it. New lights in the whole backyard. Let me show you how this amazing thing is turning out, because it is spectacular. BJ's down here doing his thing with all the slate work. BJ, are you drinking on the job?
Yeah.
Over here with these urn sections that we reused and took from old stuff, April did a bunch of cool moss and fern work to really work it in. This running just is going to be incredible. Look at this little ecosystem we created inside here. It's going to be like a little stream and waterfall coming through inside the bowl. So awesome. Over on this side, our patio bowls are really taking shape. They look nice. Some of the notches have been cut for where the spills are going. There's where it's going to be received down into the reservoir. There is so much detail work in this water feature. It's slow going. Oh man, this thing is so foggy. It's been raining here for like 4 or 5 days. April, give me feedback on what you think about this experience so far.
I think it's been pretty awesome. There's only about 12 rocks in the whole feature, so a lot of times we spend a lot of time working rocks into something, and then by the time you get to the detail, you have a day maybe to do details, and here is just the opposite. It's been a fantastic experience.
So I'm gonna fix my camera and we're gonna get back to work. Finishing this up, we should be done shortly with the water feature, and we can button up our patios, our walkways, and show you what we got. We cannot catch a break with the rain. It has not stopped. Unbelievable how much rain we've gotten. We're still making amazing progress. We are almost finished with our Fountainscape here. We've got some stairs behind me that are starting to go in here. There's gonna be a small landing. That's where those stacked slate spheres are going. It's up there. So you'll walk down like 2 steps. Next to those spheres, a small waterfall will be coming out of that, and you're down into this sunken patio area. We got April over here who's starting to do some moss work around all these bowls.
We put a nice little bead of foam under one of these edges or on one of these little shelves, and then we take a little bit of moss and we stick it to it. We've got moss on the bowls.
Well, you can see we're out here in the middle of the night, still working on this thing. We've got a hard deadline Wednesday night. This has to be finished. BJ's down on the ground here working on slate work, which is really turning out amazing. You can see we've got a lot of the lighting installed. April's over here. She's working on doing a patio bowl, which is going to be a planter. And then I'll be working on hooking up more lighting and getting things situated with the large urn. So we'll be out here till probably well past midnight tonight, which has been the case for most of this build. So we're doing everything we can to get this all together so you guys can see the final reveal when Greg gets here.